Welcome to this episode of Toronto Blue Jays Update. Kyle Tucker is a Los Angeles Dodger. 4 years, $240 million with opt-outs after years 2 and 3, $60 million per year. That's the news we just got, and honestly, I'm still trying to process what just happened. This is now 3 straight off-seasons where we've lost our top target to the same team. Shohei Ohtani, Roki Sasaki, and now Kyle Tucker, all to the Dodgers. All building what might genuinely be the greatest super team baseball has ever seen. They're going for a three-peat, and at this point, it feels inevitable. The contract details are absolutely wild. Tucker essentially locked in $120 million over 2 years, which takes him to age 30, and then he can opt out and hit free agency again. Think about that. He's making more per year than almost every NFL quarterback, and he has the flexibility to potentially sign another massive deal in his prime. From his perspective, this makes total sense. He's only $30 million less than what Pete Alonso got paid total, and with inflation and the way the market keeps rising, he could easily sign another $200 million deal at age 30. That's potentially over $320 million by the time it's all done. I'm not going to sit here and pretend Tucker made the wrong decision, because he didn't. The Dodgers are the best team in baseball, they're paying him the most money, and he gets to win championships without being the number one guy. For someone described as low-key who doesn't want all the attention, this is perfect. Beautiful California weather, World Series rings, and he just blends into a lineup with Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, and Will Smith. I totally get it. But understanding it doesn't make it hurt any less. Let's talk about what this roster looks like now, because it's genuinely disgusting. Teoscar Hernandez is projected to bat 7th. A guy who was one of our best hitters is now batting 7th on the Dodgers. When you look at their entire roster, maybe 5 guys out of 26 are actually homegrown. Everyone else was bought through free agency or trades. This is what unlimited money looks like, and it's exactly why the salary cap conversation keeps getting louder. Their payroll is probably around $400 million now. That's never been done in baseball history. Some people are saying their luxury tax bill alone could be over $200 million, which is more than half the league spends on their entire payroll. But here's the thing. They're going to make it all back because they keep winning. They keep selling out stadiums and signing massive TV deals. From a business perspective, you have to respect it, even though it's absolutely infuriating. The Dodgers stayed completely silent this entire time. No leaks, no drama, just quiet dominance. The Mets were clearly being used as leverage with their $50 million per year offer. We heard Toronto was offering a longer-term deal, but never heard exact numbers, and the Dodgers just said, how about $60 million per year with multiple opt-outs? Game over. So where do the Blue Jays go from here? We spent the entire offseason chasing Kyle Tucker. Every report said Toronto was the favorite. Ross Atkins was all in, and now he's gone. The question is whether we pivot back to Bo Bichette after basically making him feel like Plan B all winter. Reports say Bo is looking for around $300 million, and the Phillies are very interested. They've got a meeting scheduled, and Don Mattingly being there is a huge connection since he and Bo were really close in Toronto. If Bo wants Philadelphia, that's probably where he's going. The problem is our infield is basically set. Vladdy at first, Okamoto just signed, Ernie Clement had a breakout year, and we're paying Andres Gimenez around $20 million per year eventually. Where does Bo even fit? Are the Blue Jays willing to invest $250 million into him after spending all winter chasing someone else? I honestly don't know. The other option is Cody Bellinger. He's still available, he's a good defender, he's versatile, but are we going to give him a long-term deal? Tucker was worth it because he's a top 15 hitter, and you could see yourself having him for a decade. Bellinger is good, but not at that level. Here's the reality. Nobody wants to hear. The Blue Jays might just walk into the season with the roster as is. Ross Atkins said recently he feels good about the team as constructed. At the time, it felt like posturing, but now it might be the truth. Our rotation is stacked with Dylan Cease, Barrios, Francis, and Bassett. The bullpen got better. The offense is solid. If the offseason ended right now, I'd still give it an A- because we improved the pitching significantly. But it stings when all winter we heard Toronto is the favorite, and then the Dodgers just swoop in out of nowhere. I really want to know what our final offer was. Were we close to $60 million per year or way off? Did we offer something like $45 million on a longer deal and he just preferred the flexibility? I need those answers. Because right now it feels like we got used as leverage. The Dodgers are on the other side of the country, geographically as far from us as possible, and yet they feel like our biggest rival. More than the Yankees, more than the Red Sox, because they keep taking everything we want. If you're a Dodgers fan, congratulations, you should feel incredible. But for Blue Jays fans, this is brutal. We have to figure out what's next. Tomorrow, we'll hopefully have more information about what Toronto is offering and whether we're going to make another move. But tonight, this just hurts. 3 straight years of losing to the same team. Let me know your thoughts down below. Cheers.